Blog Talk Radio.
Hi, this is Margo. This is Saturday morning, March 4th, 2017, and I'm going to be doing a talk today about why people are coming under spiritual attack. This is probably the biggest question I get from my clients and other people, especially after they've had their implants removed. They think that they won't come under attack after they've had their implants removed, but that's not true. But before I get into the discussion today, I've got some announcements to make. First of all, I'm going to be live on a radio/TV internet TV show tonight. This is Saturday, March 4th. 2017, and I'm going to be interviewed on theedgeam.com by Daniel Ott, the Cosmic Cowboy. It's a 2-hour interview. It starts at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 5 p.m. Pacific Time. He has a live chat if people want to log in and ask questions. He's very entertaining. We're going to be talking about interdimensional contact. I've sent him my UFO pictures from my UFO book, or it's called Exploration, my experiences with UFO, ET, and other dimensional contact. I've sent him those pictures. He's going to put those up, and we're going to discuss the circumstances around those amazing pictures that I took. And we're going to talk about all kinds of other stuff. So tune into that, theedgeam.com. And I am a hypnotist, holistic life coach, an empathic healer, empathic spiritual healer. I've been focusing in the last year on removing implants of all kinds from people, energetic, emotional, and helping them heal up energetically and with holistic resources and getting them back connected with their divine connection so that they can get their own answers and not be so mind-controlled by this dark 3D reality that we're in. And now I will segue into the topic today. And my website is margoshealingcorner.com, and I have a YouTube channel, Margo's Healing Corner. And I have quite a few videos up there, a lot of instructional videos. I do interviews with other people and put them up, and then I'm on other shows as well and put those links up as well. And the guest call-in number today, if you're listening live and would like to discuss anything about coming under spiritual attack, is 845-262-0773. So we're going to get right into the topic. And first of all, I'm going to preface this by saying we're living in very dark times, and it's getting darker by the day. I've talked about this repeatedly in my shows, and I talked about it in my Ascension book. I have a post about is Earth ascending and us moving through hell in order to get to 5D or heaven. We're going through hell, and hell is manifesting here on the earth plane. We're not through it yet, but the veils are very thin, and they're being lifted. We're under great attack, and the dark side is upping its game, and it's using all kinds of technology that we're not aware of. I do a lot of research into AI and quantum physics and stuff. I'm very interested in that because I'm seeing how it's affecting us spiritually and energetically. And they are using technology from other dimensions to control us energetically and mentally, and to make us into a robot slave race. The implants come from all different places. There are physical implants, which I don't deal with. I deal with energetic components of implants. A lot of times when people have their energetic implants removed, the physical implants can be neutralized or will fall out. Sometimes that happens with prayer. People are intensely praying to Jesus and God to help them. Sometimes their implants can come out. It's just different with different people, and everyone is different, and every case is different. So first of all, I want everyone to know that you are under attack, whether you know it or not. We're all under attack, and especially people who are trying to have a spiritual awakening and trying to have an enlightenment and trying to get out from under control of the dark side of the satanic matrix. They will come under attack more, and it's because Satan does not want to lose you. And this is a battle that we're in. We are in a spiritual battle, and it's manifesting down here on 3D. It's like a multidimensional chess game. We're the players. And these entities and forces are manifesting here. If they can't get their own body, be born into it, or manifest their own body here, they will find other people to possess or to influence and to work through. And I believe we are in the end times. I really do. And the lines have been drawn. The battle has begun. And people have to make their choice. Everyone has to make their choice. And it's almost too late. It's almost too late. And it will be too late soon. It will be to the point that people will be so mind-controlled that when they finally realize what's going on, they will have already sold out by default. Somehow, to the point where they cannot disentangle themselves from the system so much that they will be controlled by it and they will be taken over. And it's a battle for the souls. I mean, that's the bottom line. So, first of all, everyone's coming under attack all the time, and you cannot separate what's happening in the physical from what's happening in the spiritual. It's all spiritual in my book. Everything is connected to the spiritual. And how are you going to deal with the attacks? How are you going to deal with the situations as they come up? And I'm not real popular, and I'm not here to get 1 million subscribers on my YouTube channel. I'm not here to get 1,000 clients. I couldn't handle 1,000 clients. I'm here to help people. And a lot of people don't like my message. And I really don't care. I don't care because I know my truth. I know who I'm working with, And in all of my sessions, Jesus comes and is right there with me and guiding me and helping me. The angels are there. I have a surgical team of angels to help with the implant removal. Sometimes God shows up. The God energy comes in as a great light and gives a healing to people. I work with people's star family. I don't think it contradicts anything having to do with Jesus. Angels are there in the corners protecting, and I work directly with the highest, with absolutely the highest. And if people don't like that, then they can go find someone else to remove their implants and to help them. But I found when I'm doing implant removal that a lot of people are attached and tethered to demons. And sometimes people can be perfectly possessed, in which case it's really, really hard to get them free. And if they're perfectly possessed, they don't even realize that they're possessed. And these are people who are psychopathic and narcissistic. They want to control everything and everyone around them. Most of those people will not come for help because that, first of all, in order to get help, you have to admit that you have something wrong that you can't deal with. And most people who are in that category, psychopathic or perfectly possessed, don't think there's anything wrong with them. It's the rest of the world. And so they will not seek out help. But the people who do come, and if I see something that's tethered or that I don't feel like I can deal with in one session, sometimes they get upset. They get upset. Or if I say, we're going to have to do a binding and casting out, and in order to keep this stuff out in the future, you've got to say a lot of prayers. You have to be vigilant. You have to ask for Jesus and the angels to help you. You have to stop certain behaviors that are opening those doorways and portals, inviting that behavior back. They don't want to hear it, and they're not willing to make those changes. Unless people are willing to make the changes and be honest with what's going on and be willing to look at what's going on in a different way, they won't get themselves free. They will not be free, and they will be quantumly entangled with these dark energies and be susceptible to being controlled. And they don't understand. And so it's sad. It's sad to see this, and it's not easy work. And, people, one of the questions I get is, if I get my implants removed, will I come under more attack? And it's like, you're already under attack. The difference is, once you get your implants removed, and it takes me about 3 sessions to really get someone cleared up, and I talk about in other shows as well. Once I get someone cleared up, it doesn't mean they're cleared up forever. It just means that they know what it feels like to not have that influence and to not have the implants. And normally they feel great. They feel great, and then something happens, they go back to an old lifestyle, an old way, and the implants start coming back in, or they reconnect with old people that they were dealing with, who it opens the door. It opens the doorway. And unless they change and realize what's happening and are willing to make a lifestyle change, they can't get out from under that control. It takes a concerted effort. And even after people have had their implants removed, they can still be controlled. It takes a diligent effort and working directly with Jesus. And people who do not work with Jesus are very likely to come under demonic control, even after their implants are removed. And that's what I found. And I know there are a lot of people out there who remove implants, and a lot of them are in the New Age community, and that's okay. But people who work with those people can definitely be led off into areas that are not exactly correct spiritually. And sometimes they can get implanted by those people. So you have to get clear enough so that you can get your own discernment and make your own decisions. Because when we get in the heat of the battle, and we're not in the heat of it yet, when we get in the heat of the battle, you're not going to have anyone to ask. You're on your own, and you're going to have to get your own answers to these questions, and you're going to have to make some hard choices and some hard decisions. And are you going to go with Jesus and the angels and God and the light, or are you going to sell out to the dark forces? And you could sell out simply by making a decision to stay with a family member that is perfectly possessed. Stay with them. They've made their decision. They already sold out. Are you going to make that decision to stay with a partner who you know is perfectly possessed, but you're going to stay with them and you're going to go down in blazes? You know, that's your choice, and everybody has to make their choice. And it has to do with being codependent and not being able to stand on your own 2 feet. I've found a lot of people that come to me have codependent issues. I used to. I attended Codependence Anonymous, religiously every week for 2 years, because I found I kept getting involved with men who had addiction problems. They either had alcohol or drug addiction. I mean, every single relationship was like that. And finally, in my 40s or 50s, I can't remember when, 40s, I think in my 40s, I got tired of the patterns. I got tired of the roller coaster and the emotions and feeling like I was giving everything to this person, and, you know, I just felt like if I gave enough, they would love me. If I gave enough, they would change. If it were me, if I could do enough, I could change them. And I realized finally, you know, the patterns just kept repeating over and over and over in every single relationship. And the guys weren't changing. They weren't changing, and I was just getting more and more depleted and more disillusioned with this. And I finally just cried out, and I was guided to Coda. And Coda was wonderful, and it helped me learn about codependent behavior and how when you're in that codependent relationship, the person who is trying to help so much is actually trying to control. They're trying to control the situation. And Ming Fu told me many years ago, that you have to let go of control. And I understand that now. But I didn't understand it then. I really didn't. And you really do. In order to gain your highest good and learn what to do and listen within, you have to let go of what you think you want and what you think you need. And you have to let go of all the situations, all the people, and let go and ask to be guided for the highest good. And when you do that, when you're able to do that, I'm telling you, your life will become a lot easier. A whole big burden will be lifted off of you. And you can also ask for guidance from Jesus and the angels. And life starts getting easier. You still come under attack. I come under attack all the time, almost every day in different ways. But I've learned to deal with it. And most people who are coming under attack, they're coming under attack because they are trying to get free of this dark control matrix and get free of the satanic influences. And when they come under attack, if they're not strong, they'll buckle. They'll buckle and they'll say, this is too hard, I can't do it, I can't do it. But when you come under attack, know that you're doing something right. It means that you are getting free. And so you want to keep up the battle even more. There are prayers you can say. There are binding and casting out. There are lots of things that you can do. But I come from a Christian spiritual warfare position. I work directly with Jesus and the angels. And it's the only way I know that it will really work. And I know a lot of people out there in the New Age community, they say, well, they call it spiritual self-defense. And, it's almost like traditional spiritual warfare, but they don't say Jesus. And they don't call on Jesus. They use words like, oh, you're going to come back into your sovereignty, your spiritual sovereignty. And these are code words, New Age code words to me that really bother me. Why can't you say, help me, Jesus? If you call out and say, Jesus, help me, Jesus, help me, he will come. If you're unsure about Jesus and you don't know if he's real, ask him. That's how it happened with me. But I found that people really have to be near the end, at their rope's end, before they're willing to call out sincerely and emotionally and say, Jesus, if you're real, please come and help me, and I will do what you want me to do. I mean, you need to be, if you're here with a spiritual purpose, how can you do anybody any good if you're coming under such attack that you can't get out from under it? How can you be a spiritual warrior and help other people get free if you can't get free yourself? If you can't recognize the dark forces and do the battle, if you get so weak that you crumble when you come under attack, say, why am I coming under attack? I thought if I had my shields up, it wouldn't happen. Shields are good, and the shielding technique that I use came to me directly from God, and it does help, but you have to do more than that, and you have to be diligent every single day. And attacks can come from all different directions. So I'm going to wind it up here. I've also started writing my next book. It's going to be out. I'm writing it as an ebook. I'm just doing ebooks. It's so much easier that way, and I've decided I'm only going to post them on Amazon. It's just the easiest way and fastest way for me to get these messages out there. And the next book is on implant removal. My experiences in the last year or so, a little more than a year that I've been doing this, what I've seen, how I got into it, how I remove implants, how people can help themselves, and I'm going to include a lot of spiritual warfare, how I've come up with my own techniques of spiritual warfare, why it works, and things that people can do to help detach themselves from anything demonic, but also talking about what opens the portals, because if it doesn't do any good to get rid of those demons if you're going to keep opening portals, if you're going to keep opening that door and putting a little tippy toe in the deep end, it'll keep coming back. And also I found that if you get rid of demonic things but you don't get rid of the implants that are attached to them, everything will come back. Or if you get rid of the implants but not the demonic stuff, everything will come back. I'm the only person that I know that gets rid of implants and the attachments, the demonic attachments, if the person's belief system is up to it. If they don't believe in it, if they think I'm full of crap and they tell me that, then I don't deal with it. It's like, okay, that's fine, because it won't work anyway. And I've had that happen. So like I said, I'm not here to win a popularity contest. I'm here to help people, and to help the right people and people who are sincere about getting free of the control and getting back in touch with their divine connection and being able to make their own decisions and do it from divine realms. And it's not easy. I'm telling you, this is not for the weak. It's not easy. So be sure to tune in to Daniel Ott's show, theedgeam.com, tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 5 p.m. Pacific Time. And I'll be live on Daniel Ott tonight. And it'll also be archived on his website and his YouTube channel. So, if you want to contact me, my website is margoshealingcorner.com. You can fill out the contact form or book a session form. So, be safe, and God bless, and until next time, take care. Goodbye.